If you're a digital marketing professional, the good news is you're sitting on a ton of opportunities when it comes to career, money, and even personal brand. And the bad news, most of the people don't know how. If you're new here, my name is Owais Ahmed and I have spent more than a decade in this industry. From agency flows to boardrooms, from pushing pixels and tags to pitching for multi-million dirham campaigns. And here is what I have learned. Digital marketing is a very powerful tool, but only if you know how to play the game. So here's my no BS advice after 11 years in digital marketing. Number one, the best digital marketers are part psychologist, part salesperson, and part analyst. Look outside of ad platforms. If you just focus on the technology and ignore people, you'll always be stuck in the weeds. If you had met me 5 years ago, I would have advised something completely opposite. At that time, a performance marketer was expected to do one thing right, which is campaign execution and data-driven optimization. But now things have changed, scopes have changed, roles have merged. And in 2025, if you want to land a very good job or make some serious money as a performance marketer, you need to have a proper understanding of the whole scope of the complete digital marketing project spectrum, which means along with running and executing campaigns and doing data-driven optimizations, you need to have proper understanding of creative, messaging, landing page design. You need to understand how to use AI marketing tools, consumer psychology, and everything in between. Number two, CV quality is more important than quantity. This one is very important if you're looking for a job. The market is really saturated. There are millions of people who claim to be digital marketers, though most of them don't even know what digital marketing is. But that being said, if you want to get shortlisted in these thousands of applications, you have to customize your CV for every job, or at least the headline. So let me give you an example from 2 weeks ago. I have a client who were looking for a kind of a hybrid role. They wanted someone who has understanding about social media, organic content, as well as has an idea about paid social media. And we created a JD, we posted on LinkedIn, and within 1 hour, we got more than 100 applications. Now, after that, it's impossible to shortlist from all those applications. So the recruiter sat down and she was just looking at the keywords within the headline and skimming through the CVs to see if somebody has mentioned these keywords like social media and paid social media. And to my surprise, I looked at certain CVs and the headline clearly mentioned expert in Google Ads. They didn't even change their headline to kind of customize for this particular job. Nobody has the time to go through your whole CV and see if you have worked on certain things which they require. This leads us to our third one. Avoid imposter syndrome. See, you have to understand one thing. Digital marketers are like midfielders in football. Nobody asks them or judges them based on how many goals they scored, because it's not their job to do that. Their job is to take the ball from defense and pass it on to the strikers. You have to think about yourself the same way. I have seen a lot of digital marketers who take it very personally if a campaign is not performing. But you have to understand there's a lot that goes into it. And most of the times it's the sales, it's the offer, it's the product itself which people don't want to buy. And sometimes using the data, you'll be able to identify the weak link in the customer journey, and sometimes you won't. So don't always blame yourself and feel this imposter syndrome. This leads us to our fourth point, which is market your work. I don't think you are a good digital marketer if you cannot market your own work. And that too in 2025, when personal branding has become so much important for almost everyone. So if you're a digital marketer, work on your socials, work on your LinkedIn profile, post about the work you do, the projects you do, and post about the knowledge, the skills you have. And trust me, in the near future, if you're targeting the senior positions for jobs or high value projects, if you're a freelancer or an agency, these things really help. Before we move further, I want to say a big thank you to Omnisend for sponsoring this video and creating content like this possible. Whether you're starting with email automations or looking for a better alternative to upgrade your existing stack, I highly recommend Omnisend. It is quite intuitive and very user-friendly. Advertisers who use Omnisend make a ROAS of 6,800% on average. And thanks to the tons of automations and templates which are ready to use within the platform. If you're an e-commerce business, Omnisend connects all major e-commerce platforms with a single click, like Shopify, WooCommerce, and many more. And if you're migrating to Omnisend, the team offers migration services as well to make it all easy and seamless for you. To ensure you craft an amazing email marketing strategy, you will get access to some amazing resources like blogs, expert-led webinars, Omniscient Academy with recorded and live sessions, free marketing playbook showcasing strategies and case studies for inspiration, ready to use and customizable templates. Omniscient team was very kind to offer my audience a free trial, and you can sign up and use it for free until you have 250 paying customers. To take advantage of this offer, click on the link in the description below. And also, if you're using this link and want to go for a paid plan, you'll get 30% off on your first 3 months. So back to our video. Number 5, know how to shift the blame. You will get a lot of blame from sales team, because what they think as digital marketers we do is we push the money in the platforms and they ask us how many leads you want, what quality of leads you want, and the ad platform just start pushing the leads to us. But what I have realized in my career is you have to always involve the sales team so they have the right expectation. For example, if you are working with a company who provides office spaces, now sales team will come back to you saying, no, most of the leads we're getting is from people who are looking for offices for 2 people, 4 people. It's not much revenue for us. We need to target people who are companies who have 20 people or looking for offices more than 20 people. Sit with them, tell them, yeah, okay, let's fix this. Can you help me? Let's brainstorm. What is the keyword or the search term the user searches for when they're looking for an office for 2 people and when they're looking for office for 20 people? And that's when they will realize both of them in most cases search for the same term, offices for rent in Dubai or Abu Dhabi. And that's when they will realize that there are limitations with the platforms and there's no magic to do certain things. There will be spillover, there will be junk leads, and that's when they will understand. Otherwise, they will bully you all the time and you will be frustrated. This leads to our 6th point, which is be CMOs and CEOs' friend. If you're experienced digital marketer, let's say 5 to 7 years, and you're targeting experienced roles, let's say head of digital marketing, or as a freelancer, work on a project. In 90% of the cases, it will be the small and medium businesses where you will find these positions and projects. And for these roles and projects, you'll be directly talking to the CEO, CMO, or somebody from the executive team. And from my experience, you're only valuable to them if you are able to lay down an end-to-end strategy for them. So basically, if you want to do such work, you have to aim to be a full-stack digital marketer. If you have this aim to be a full-stack digital marketer, you will never feel stuck again because you know what your goal is to be. And every career decision you have to take, it will be very easy for you because you know if it makes it easier for you to reach your goal or not. This leads us to our 7th point, which is degrees hold less weight. I have been saying this from the beginning as well, but in digital marketing specifically, degrees don't mean much. What matters is your skills and experience. If you're a digital marketer and you want to become more valuable in the marketplace, learn some new skills, learn programmatic ads, learn data visualization, learn some AI marketing tools and how you can include them in your workflow, learn advanced analytics apart from being a paid media specialist. These are the things that will make you more valuable. I see a lot of people making a mistake going for master's degree. If you want to be in this industry, like working in an agency or a client side, to be honest with you, master's degree is not going to help you much unless you want to go to the academic side. This leads us to our 8th point, which is never stop learning. I have been in this industry for very long now to guarantee you that you won't survive here without curiosity. This industry changes every quarter, and trust me, if you're not obsessed with learning, someone else will outgrow you. To give you an example, when I compare the efforts to reward ratio with my consulting business as well as my content business, it's not even comparable, but still I allocate half of my time for consulting just because I want to continuously learn. Number 9. Now digital marketing is saturated as well, and like other industries, even for entry-level roles, companies will ask you for at least 1 year experience. This is kind of a paradox, but to be honest with you, if you are stuck in such a thing, you have been interviewing it, but companies expect you to be experienced, the best way for you is look for your local businesses, look for anyone in your network who has a business and offer them to help for free. Tell them you will run their Google Ads campaign or whatever platform you're experienced in, creating a dashboard or whatever, just to create a portfolio and have some real world experience. And I'll see a lot of students who email me that this is what they did and they finally landed a good job. This leads us to number 10, which is AI won't replace you, the ones using it will. I've been following this particular space, which is AI marketing, for a while now, and I have extensively worked on it. If you're a digital marketer and you still don't use AI marketing tools to do 30% of your work, trust me, you already are less competitive than your peers in the industry. And I'm very sorry to say that it's just a matter of time that you will realize this blunder. These tools, they almost make you super digital marketers. I did a course on AI marketing, and while researching about the course, I was like, really? This can be done with digital marketing as well? If you're curious, check the curriculum of my course just to get an idea that what all can be done using tools like ChatGPT. This leads us to our point number 11, which is develop business acumen. If you want to be a very solid digital marketer, it's almost unavoidable that you start developing your business acumen. You start understanding how different kind of businesses work, consulting, product, service based. You have to understand how they work, how their revenues work, and what are their strategic goals which are important to them. It helps you in many ways. Once you do it for a while, you start understanding businesses, and if you go to meet anyone for a new project, you know what questions to ask, and they feel very, very comfortable when you ask the right questions and they think this guy understands business. And also, unless you have a strong knack to understand how different kind of businesses work, if you get to work on a particular business, you won't be able to customize the strategy for them unless you understand the business completely. Then you'll be able to understand what their hero channels are, what are the brownie points for that business when it comes to marketing and all that. This leads us to our 12th point, which is if you cannot explain your strategy in 3 sentences, it's not a strategy. I see a lot of strategists doing this mistake. They think that people perceive your complexity in your strategy as your intelligence, and that's not the case. When you create a strategy, you don't have to create it at the level you understand media, digital media, and other things. You have to create it based on the one you're presenting to. If they don't understand something in it, it's not a good strategy. If you remember this rule, I guarantee you your conversion rates of you presenting the strategy and they agreeing and onboarding you will increase a lot. And the last point is, if your creative sucks, your media budget is just a charity. In 2025, the most important factor in any digital media campaign is the creative. Honestly, creative is the factor which decides make or break. And it's not just for the ads, it's for the landing pages as well. So overall, these are the points which I think are very, very important lessons which I have learned. But if I have to sum it up, make it simple, make it work. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.